ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله أوقاتكم طلابي الأحبة. Welcome to our new lesson. Today we are going to continue what we have already started on unit 15. Today we are going to talk about embroidery. Embroidery again, since we have two periods about embroidery, and we also need to meet or recognize a new vocabulary. And before starting our lesson, we have the same question. What is our question? Yes, thank you. Our question is, what is the day? What is the day? Thank you very much. Thursday, 29th of April, 2021. Today we are going to discuss period 3 and period 4. And as usual, let's go to our objectives. Our objectives at the end of this lesson, students should be able to what? Recognize the history of Palestinian embroidery. بدنا نتعرف على تاريخ التراث أو التطريز الفلسطيني. And I believe the same we achieved the same on the previous lesson. Okay? Pronounce the new vocabulary correctly and use the new vocabulary in a correct context. Form new words from the word strong. إذا عندي 4 أهداف. الهدف الثاني نتعلم كيف نلفظ الكلمات الجديدة لفظا صحيحا، وكيف نستخدمها استخداما صحيحا، وكيف كيف نشكل كلمة جديدة من كلمة strong. Okay? Let's start our lesson with the following vocabulary. Are you ready to listen? Please try your best to guess the meaning of the following words by using what? Yes, by using the pictures. Are you ready? Okay, let's go.
Introduce. Make up. Meaning. Pregnant. Start up. Strengthen. Style. Therefore.
Thank you. Now again, we have introduce. What's the meaning of introduce? Look to this boy. He said, I'm Ron Wesley. I'm Ron Wesley. Like if you said, I'm Muhammad Ahmed. I'm Muhammad Mahmoud. I'm Suha Salim. What you have just done? شو عملت الآن لما أقول I'm عبد الله محجز? I'm introducing myself. Introduce. I'm introducing myself. Can you introduce yourself? When I ask you, can you introduce yourself? You say, yes, I'm Anas, and I'm Anas from Deir al-Balah. I study on Deir al-Balah Preparatory School, and you go on. Am I right? What you have just done is introducing yourself. So what's the meaning of introduce? Introduce. لما بقول لك يعني انت تقول لي انا احمد، انا من سكان دير البلح، هذه اسمها introduce yourself. So it is introduce. Make up. And look carefully. Make up. You should distinguish between make up, as there is separation between make up. يعني في فاصل ما بين make و up. Make up. What I want to draw your attention here is that we have two words. انتبهوا كويس. في عندي make up هنا في فاصلة. خلينا نختار لون تاني. هاي اللون الأخضر. هنا في مساحة. لكن في عندي كلمة ثانية make up. ما فيش مساحة. هنا ما فيش مساحة. هذه إيش؟ as one word. كلمة واحدة. make up. لاحظ بقول لك أنا هنا الكلمة هي make up. وهذه make up. make up. التنتين في اللفظ واحد بس في الكتابة والمعنى مختلفتين. هذه make up كلمتين منفصلتين. two words. لاحظ عندك هاي الكلمة الأولى واحد، الكلمة الثانية اثنين. But هذه this word is just one word. So what is the difference? What is the difference here? إيش الاختلاف هنا؟ The difference is make up الأولى means يبتكر، يصنع، يختلق. But make up الثانية معناها مكياج. لما نسمع في المسلسلات الميك اب، مش الميك اب اللي هو ميك اب، لا ميك اب كلمة واحدة معناها مكياج. لكن ميك اب منفصلتين معناها يصنع، يختلق. Agreed? Don't forget about it. And we have meaning. When I ask what is the meaning of this word, so what is the meaning of this picture? What's the meaning of this picture? What is the meaning of this word? What is the meaning of this word? What is the meaning of this word? What is the meaning of this sign? Agreed? So what's the meaning of meaning? What is the meaning of meaning? Agreed? Okay, now pregnant. Startup. Look, startup. Strengthen. Style. Therefore هي ممكن نقراها therefore لكن هي therefore. حرف الآر نحاول نخففه. Therefore I tried and therefore no one should criticize me. لقد حاولت and therefore no one should criticize me. ولذلك لا يجب على أحد أن ينتقدني. Therefore. Okay. Let's go to the meaning of the words. نسمعهم مرة ثانية ونعرف معناهم.
Introduce. Make up. Meaning. Pregnant. Start up. Strengthen. Style. Therefore.
Look here. Word الكلمة meaning المعنى. Okay, word meaning. Okay, again look here, startup and makeup. Okay, thank you very much. This is your first homework. هذا واجبكم الأول. هي homework number 1. هذا الواجب مطلوب منك تكتبه على دفترك هاي الكلمات وتصورها صورة منيحة وترفقها في المكان المناسب. Okay, agreed? Thank you very much. Let's move to... Now let's go to the second section, word formation. What's the meaning of word formation? As I said before, word formation, that means that we have a word and we can create other words from it. عندنا كلمة نقدر نطلع منها مجموعة كلمات. Our today's word is, كلمة اليوم is strong. And strong is adjective, صفة. Strong. Strength. By changing the vowel O to E and add TH, we have the noun strength. And strong means قوي, strength قوة. And we have strengthen. Now note that the word Now note that the word, let me clarify it just a minute. Now note that strengthen become what? By adding en, strength becomes strengthen. Strength becomes strengthen. So we have strong, strength, strengthen. Strong adjective قوي, strength noun قوة, strengthen verb يقوي. Agreed? Okay, thank you very much. Now please, we have a paragraph and we need to listen and read this paragraph. But before listening or reading the paragraph, we need to read the question very carefully. بنقرأ الأسئلة كويس. Let's read this question. How many paragraphs does the passage have? And you can show your answer by yourself. Each paragraph is about something different, a different topic. Read the passage and write the number of the paragraphs. اقرأ وقول عدد الفقرات، وكل فقرة لها عنوان. Village designs، تصاميم القرى. Recent changes، التغيرات الحالية. Different dresses for different times of life. ألبسة مختلفة باختلاف الأزمنة. وأيضا عندنا history، التاريخ. و patterns of colors. And you know the word patterns, we already take it, we already meet it, and colors, patterns and colors. And we have this question. Read and tick the true sentences, then correct the false sentences. Women had different dresses for different times of the day. The colors in the dresses have a meaning. Women don't embroider dresses today. And we have question. How did girls learn to embroider in the past? What is the difference between traditional dress and the embroidered dresses made today? This is your second homework. هاي الواجب الثاني بتحله على كتابك. إذا الواجب الأول على الدفتر، الواجب الثاني على كتابك، وبتاخد صورة مناسبة وبتصوره إن شاء الله. Okay? Now let's go to the paragraph to read and to follow it. So please, you can follow this paragraph on page 42. بتقدر تفتح كتابك وتسمع تتبع من الكتاب صفحة 42. في نفس الوقت ممكن تتابع من الشاشة. Are you ready? Let's go.
Embroidery in Palestine has a history of more than 4,000 years. For many centuries, women met to talk and embroider dresses after work. Each village had its own design. Therefore, people knew where a woman came from by looking at her dress. Mothers passed on their skills to their daughters. Women had different dresses for different times of life. For example, there were different dresses for a young wife, a pregnant woman, and a mother. The embroidery at the front of a traditional dress has patterns of fruit, trees, flowers, or birds. The colors also have a meaning. Green shows things growing, yellow shows the harvest, and brown shows the earth. Recently, Palestinian women have strengthened their traditional embroidery. New places of work have started up. The women here use the old designs, but they make up new ones too. They have introduced a modern style. They sell their beautiful embroidered dresses all over the world.
Embroidery in Palestine has a history of more than 4,000 years. For many centuries, women met to talk and embroider dresses after work. Each village had its own design. Therefore, people knew where a woman came from by looking at her dress. Mothers passed on their skills to the daughters. Women had different dresses for different times of life. For example, there were different dresses for a young wife, a pregnant woman, and a mother. The embroidery at the front of a traditional dress has patterns of fruit, trees, flowers, or birds. The colors also have a meaning. Green shows things growing, yellow shows the harvest, and brown shows the earth. Recently, Palestinian women have strengthened their traditional embroidery. New places of work have started up. The women here use the old designs, but they make up new ones too. They have introduced a modern style. They sell the beautiful embroidered dress all over the world. Thank you. Read and tick true or false, then correct the false sentences. Okay, women had different dresses for different times of the day. It is right or false? Okay, I read it. This is your third homework. واجبك الثالث وبرضه على الكتاب. هذا الواجب بتحله على الكتاب. والواجبات الثلاثة كل الموجودات في صفحة واحدة اللي هي صفحة 42. فأنت ممكن تحل كل هذه الواجبات في صفحة 42 بصفحة واحدة. تمام؟ أوكي. Now we have period 4, page 43. Listen and number the words in the order you hear them. هنسمع لحوار أو للنص، ومن هذا النص بدنا نعطي أرقام للكلمات اللي راح نسمعها. Okay? Are you ready to start? Okay, let's go.
Welcome to our place of work. When I have introduced what we do, you can have a look at some of our dresses. We started up here 10 years ago. We make traditional dresses with a modern style. The traditional designs all have a meaning which we use, but we also make up our own designs. Therefore, our dresses are a mix of traditional and modern. Welcome to our place of work. When I have introduced what we do, you can have a look at some of our dresses. We started up here 10 years ago. We make traditional dresses with a modern style. The traditional designs all have a meaning which we use, but we also make up our own designs. Therefore, our dresses are a mix of traditional and modern.
I believe most of you got it right. So check your answers. شوف قارن إجاباتك وشوف كيف إجاباتك صحيحة أو لا. Now let's go to this exercise. Read and circle the correct words. My mother introduced or strengthened me to embroidery when I was young. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Introduced. I really like the of your clothes, makeup or style. Thank you. Style. She is 8 months. She is 8 months, meaning pregnant. So the baby will be here soon. Yes, thank you very much. Pregnant. I don't understand the meaning, therefore, of this word. Meaning or therefore. Thank you very much. Meaning. We have to make up or start up a story for homework today. Yes, thank you. Make up. We have to make up a story for homework today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, you have the last section here, and this is homework number 4, and again you need to do it on your book. هذا التمرين تعمله برضو على كتابك وموجود صفحة 43. أدي هذا التمرين على كتابك. It is easy to do it. تمارين سهلة وعلى كتاب مش على الدفتر يعني. Okay, thank you. Let's move to our objectives to check it. The first objective, recognize the history of Palestinian embroidery. Yes, because the paragraph tells us that every color have its meaning. الفقرة قالت لنا كل لون في الامبرويدري له معنى. And every city has its embroidery, its types of embroidery. كل مدينة لها شكل في أشكال التطريز. اتكلمنا عن هذا الموضوع. حكينا كل and every woman has its type of embroidery. المرأة الحامل pregnant, المother الأم والأرملة كل واحد لها شكل في اللبس. So we recognize the history of Palestinian embroidery. Pronounce the new vocabulary correctly, yes, and use them, the new vocabulary, in correct contexts. I believe so, especially when you inshallah will do your homework. لما تأدي واجباتك هتحس بأنك قادر استخدام الفوكابولري في سياقات صحيحة. And form a new word from the word strong. Yes, strength with strengthen. Thank you very much. Now it is the time for saying goodbye and thank you. Have a nice day. إفطارا شهيا وصياما مقبولا.